Okay, so I'm Josh Patton. I will be recording videos and uploading them on YouTube. This is the first video. I'm actually nervous as to how it's going to turn out. But at any rate, I will be recording video games. Not sure how good this is going to turn out to be because I plan on recording PS2 games, PlayStation 2. And I'll be using my phone, which runs at like 720p. So anyway, I have no idea which game to play first, so I'm gonna upload this video and see if I can get a vote of a selection of games I've assigned to be like interesting for me to play, I suppose. And at any rate, button. Oh crap. Anywho, so I'll be doing this differently now. First off, we have, let me see, jar. Oh, screw it. We have Dark Cloud. Yeah. Anyway, we got Dark Cloud, which is a very fun game. You play as this one kid who like survives his town getting blown up by an evil genie. And basically the Fairy King, that's weird already. Fairy King like gives him this stone that lets him rebuild the world that has been destroyed by said genie. He's like running around and blowing up stuff. It's kind of awkward that he just put it back after he's done and he doesn't care about it anymore. Next up in the list is Eternal Ring, which is a relatively old and fairly bad game. Like, the control scheme is terrible. There's combat system sucks. Like, your method of attack is poking straight ahead with a sword, and that's it. Like, alright, big lizard man leaping at me and swinging an axe back and forth. I'm gonna poke my sword forward. That'll do it. Anyway, it also apparently at one point tried to compete with Final Fantasy. On the back of the box it said, "Who said fantasies had to be final?" Moment of silence. I'm gonna let you guess which thing won that, this one game or the entire Final Fantasy series. Anywho, it's a relic. It's moderately fun. I'm not particularly good at it, so if you like watching people squirm, vote for it. Squirm. I'm sorry. Don't kill me. Next we have Maximo Ghost to Glory, which is like a newer version of Ghouls and Ghosts. If you haven't played Ghouls and Ghosts, you run around with a sword and you kill ghouls and ghosts. Yeah. And I'm not particularly good at it either, so there's bound to be lots of death and falling and lava and bits, and it's quite fun. Next we have Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. I think you're beginning to see a trend in my game styles here. But Fellowship of the Ring, it is the official game based off of the book, which is actually a lot more fun than the movie-based one. It really is like... Hold on. Cat. Say hello, cat. There we go. That was not animal abuse. Alright. I'm doing this so bad. Oh well. So, Fellowship of the Ring, similar to the book. You read the book, then you probably know how the game goes. It goes like that. Except there's lots of combat involved. It's like different from the book where there's like an adventure. It's like a very linear levels and based off the book. So you got scenes from the book and you fight through them instead of read through them. It's really kind of like enemy heavy. Like the first level has Frodo killing wolves in the Shire. Alright. Damn it. You see, Champions of Norath, awesome game. Great for multiplayer. My multi-tap's broken, so if you want to play 4-player, screw you. Yeah, fun story. EverQuest, hack and slash, yada yada yada. Let's see. Next up, we have Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, which not really all that good of a Baldur's Gate game, but it is a Dark Alliance game, which basically makes it completely different. Also hack and slash, kind of just run through caves and things. This is better. This is better, I think. Next up, we have the Wunderbar Samurai Western, which oddly enough is not based in America. It's the West, or something, as according to Asia themselves. Basically, you have a samurai running around through semi-ghost towns full of banditos, armed with pistols that emit steam and smoke and then fire bullets and arcs. It's really a crappy bullet system, but the samurai part is badass. You just run around and bash things with a sword for very good effect and blood spurting and people going, "Oh, dang it!" and falling around. It also has like the best first boss guy I've ever seen in a video game. Picture, if you will, a very large black Frenchman in a kilt, armed with a chain gun in the Wild West. Yes, you fight that. It's not that much of a boss fight. He just kind of tries to mow you down with the gun, but it's hilarious. It's not really French, but he's got like this really thick French accent, and it's awesome. Alright, next up we have Warriors of Might and Magic, which if you like Might and Magic or heard of it, this game will make you rage, as it has nothing to do with it. It tries to reference Might and Magic, but it does a horrible, horrible job. It's like, how is this related? But basically I think of it as a completely different series game, because that's pretty much what it is. You will be fighting your way out of a prison suddenly through a canyon, because everybody knows prisons end up in canyons. And then from the canyon you'll go to... Where does the canyon go to? Yeah, the area transition is... I don't get it. Like, you go through a labyrinth, and at the end of the labyrinth is a dragon's lair. And I'm not sure how that works, because there's like no door for the dragon's lair. It's just a big old cave, and there's a dragon, and it's just like, well, how the fuck did I get here? Anywho. See. But yeah, it's a fun game. I'm fairly good at it, and it's somewhat amusing to watch, as like running around just bashing something and it makes like a pitiful noise and falls over, and you're like, is this difficult or is this hard? Because the difficulty is that it doesn't make any sense, in a manner of speaking, and it gives you no direction on where to go, except in one level, and then it just points like, go that way, or do something in that direction. I don't know. Next up, really awesome game. I'm surprised. I'm pretty sure I'm like the only one I know that has owned or played this game. I have done both. I still own it, which is why I'm talking about it. Star Wars Bounty Hunter. Don't know if I already said that. Did I? No. Star Wars Bounty Hunter lets you play as Jango Fett in his rise to power. He's kind of already powerful, but basically this is a transition of the game takes place between Star Wars Episode 1 and Star Wars Episode 2. Not really between them, it's kind of like right before Star Wars Episode 2. It basically tells the story of how Jango Fett came into the service of Count Dooku and became an army of clones. But basically, it's badass. Like, you get a jetpack, you get his double pistols with infinite ammo, which is kind of lame, but because they're weak, but they're infinite, so... you get jetpack rocket missiles, so you can like fly around over people, do aerial flips, and blow the shit up. It's awesome. I believe there's one thing where you take down like this aerial assault battleship with like a grenade launcher. It's amazing. So anyway, that's the current lineup of games. Vote for them. Again, there's Dark Cloud, Eternal Ring, Maximo Ghost of Glory, Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring, Champions of Norath, there's Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, there's Samurai Western, Warriors of Might and Magic, and Star Wars Bounty Hunter. So, vote, probably in comments. Most likely comments. That's where voting tends to happen. Anywho, signing off.